they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lessons to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 13 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Texans nothing. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Here we go.
Why, Tony. Hey, South. Buggy. Look at hot.
Throwing now is Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 19 yards away. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Ravens 7, Texans 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the football. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, but that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Derrick Henry there to make the grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Ravens 13, Texans 6. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why would
I
I
wouldn't
miss it?
change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Hey, uno more, uno more, uno more, uno more, uno more. Huggy.
Stroud looking to throw. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And it goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
South. Look at hot. Why Tony? 11.
Now Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What's that?
Stroud to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens.
Stroud now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down. And Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it.
Ravens 13, Texans 12.
Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down to 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Ooh, the juke. And they will regular down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
On the quick, right?
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
It's a gain of 18.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
First downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Again, it's Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
at this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
All right. Look hot, look hot.
On 2nd and 10, Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off. They are unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Miami Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Jackson now, escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Now, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
4th down, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But
Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
It's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Jackson out to his left. Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 31.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hey, Uno. Why Tony? Look to hot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 118. What's up? Hey, south. 11.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Texans will run the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Jackson for the shotgun. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Dances by him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans take over first down.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing now is Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Nico Collins.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Nate Wiggins on the coverage.
19 Texans. 11.
Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up.